collegiate player right now in the women's game you feel like has a bright future?
Man. I'm going to be obviously biased with my Gamecocks because duh. I would say Raven.
Cold.
I feel like Raven, and she's at the and I'm not just saying this because she's South Carolina, like she's at South Carolina.
She's a freshman.
Sophomore.
Okay.
And you're being taught by Dawn Staley at the point guard position.
Don't get better.
Like, I feel like you don't get a better situation than that. And I think her being disrespected in the Final Four last year kind of woke her up in a sense that's like, oh, bet, like, cool, this is what y'all gonna say.
I was screaming at the TV, shoot that shit, Raven. Damn, shoot that shit.
Yes, but sometimes you need to be brought out like that to be like, nah, let me get my game tight. And I think she's just playing. She's leading her team. She's making the right choices and decisions. That's like, I feel like she's gonna be a star. Like as years come, like see, this is where the 4-year plan comes in. As she gets older and understand, being in the SEC as well, like they rough you up a little bit. So yeah, I firmly believe I'm a fan of her.
Sis, but all these kids that's going in the draft, top 5, top 10 in the last couple of years, she played with these kids in the Iverson game and dominated. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely has the talent to be one of the stars.
Yeah, and she got the swagger. Like, no back down. She's just a dog. Like, I love that. So, yeah.
Basketball IQ is high, too.
Yes.
How do you feel like Angel Reese's game will transfer to the pros?
I think it's going to transfer pretty fair out because I feel like she has a niche to her. Like she can rebound. I feel like I've seen her rebound so much that I feel like that's going to be her key when she gets to the league. Now, if she keeps that up, I feel like that's going to be huge. But I think that's what's going to be the separating factor for her, even in college, is how can I get more possessions for myself, but also my team. So obviously she got years to grow, or a couple years to grow, just to let it translate over. And it's going to be tough and hard because our league is so tough. Like, I can't express that to so many people. Like, we got some dogs at every position, and it's hard coming in being a 4 and a 5. Like, it really is. But I think when I see her play, I'm like, all right, she got a little something to her that's going to be like, okay, she can then translate that over to the pros. Now, if I ain't seen her, I'd be like, I don't know, I'm worried. But to see that side of her, I feel like that's where she's going to shine the brightest.
What kind of damage could you have done in college with the NIL?
What?
Huh.
What?
Talking about Rolls Royce.
What? Chinchilla, I'm showing up to the game. I'm showing up to the game.
Like Frank Lucas, huh?
What? With a cane, hat cocked to the side. Like, oh no, I'm here. And at the end of the game, if y'all want me to sign something, it's $100 out back.
Yeah,
full
talk that
hustle.
shit.
Like, what? They'll be like, nah, Asia, I'm kicking out the door. Like, what? Butterfly?
I love it.
Yeah, I
broke
would
the bank.
God knew who to give that to. Cause what?
Yeah.
Man.
I wouldn't have made it this far.
Question: the mix-up between Angel and Caitlin Clark during the Final Four. It happens all the time in the men's game.
Right.
It happens still a lot in your guys' game, but it was made such a big deal on that stage. What was your guys' take as pros?
I was laughing.
Every day.
It's a part of the game.
Shit happen every day, B.
I was like, if we're overreacting at this, good Lord.
Crazy.
Where's our game
We
going?
say worse things to white boys playing basketball when we play.
100%.
Particularly you.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, particularly me. All NBA players go harder on white boys on the court. That's just how it's always.
Like
even Larry Bird. Larry
rules.
Bird got guarded by a white guy. He was like, y'all don't have any brothers?
Yeah.
That's what Larry Bird said.
He felt disrespected.
Yeah, he felt disrespected.
I feel like that's like the unwritten Hooper rule. So no, I was laughing. I was like, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. But I guess. And then that's when you can tell when people don't really watch the game. They're just there for the drama and the antics of it. Yeah, like they're like, oh, let me dive into this and give you my comment. I'm like, you have never been in that situation before. But it was funny to me. I loved it. I hated that South Carolina was kicked out. I was a little bummed out about that. But I was like, man, go for it.
It is what it is.